All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, man, hopefully the Most High in your house shall blessing your day. Um, by His mercies you aren't consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall's body, and two are naturally alive, man. I want to get into this, man, because this finished up reading Proverbs 23, man, and I want to kind of go into this, man, how, you know, honestly, man, how much more should we be subject to the Heavenly Father and in the Most High House, man? Because this is for a natural father and mother as well, or natural parents, or even spiritual mother fathers and mothers as well. Like that's is what it is. Because some that didn't have those things, but you know. But honestly, that's what the point is to hearken to the Most High House's voice and like word and will. Honestly, so because I was just reading this and I was like thinking about how much more spiritually, man. But let's get Proverbs chapter 23, verse 22. It says, "Hearken unto thy father that begot thee. Despise not thy mother when she is old." Exactly. So that's saying the same thing as Ecclesiastes and Sirach as well. It says, if your father be aged, even your parents be aged, man, be patient with them, man. Because listen, they had you while you was in diapers, man. They was patient with you. So when they get of age, when you kind of gotta take care of them or watch over them, be patient with them. Because and I'm still learning that, even with my mom with certain things. Because honestly, my mom too, it's kind of like because the one of my aunts had like don't get too that comes with age and things of that nature. But one of my aunts had like really bad dementia before she passed away almost a decade ago, and I kind of sometimes my mom scares me a little bit when she forgets things because she's getting a little older. But that's neither here nor there. But um, yeah, man. Let's read this again. It says, "Hearken unto thy father and that begot thee, and and despise not thy mother when she is old." So see that honestly too, man. Like how much more, because it says that father that begotten thee, man. So let's grab Luke 8 real quick, man, because we'll see this. Like let's go Isaiah, then we're gonna go Luke 8. We're gonna line this all up, man. And what you doing, Pepper? Anyway, line this all up. It says Isaiah, just talking about Yahushua, of course. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. It says, for unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Yahweh, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. So yeah, it's talking about Yahushua, because Yahushua is like he is the Father. Him and the Father is one. They were not the same entity, but he's a living body of the Father, and also too he was a spiritual father as well. It's like in the Maccabees you read about Raziz, or like Paul was a spiritual father to many, or like even Deborah was a spiritual mother, like a mother in Israel, like and many others, like Isaiah with what was it, Hilkiah, it's many other examples of like spiritual fathers and mothers, like honestly. And I think that's what's missing now with our people, honestly, now, whether in the word, even outside the word as well, man. But that's neither here nor there, because of course, like your father and mother, but not everybody has that. But too, even if you had natural father, and some of them had like no natural fathers and mothers, had their fathers and mothers in their life, but sometimes there's nothing wrong with getting a spiritual like father and mother as well, man, honestly. Like but our people kind of so far gone now because everybody's worried for self. So now that like if you show like insecure of somebody else, man, they'll think like they'll get upset with you, man. So they feel like it's not your place. It's not that you're not a place, but that's loving that neighbor, making sure not only my family, my loved ones are okay, or me and mine are okay, but those that are without, I mean those that are without, and the others, my neighbors, are don't go without, man. But we kind of been so far removed with that, but. Yeah, but we see here that Yahushua's that father, man. So let's get Luke, and what did he begot? And he's the only begotten, right? But those that are the sons and daughters are begotten of the word, man. So that's why we got hearken to the spirit, like hearkening to Most High Yahushua means hearkening into the spirit, His will, and the word, man. Honestly, that's why in John 3 he says what in situations like the brother Akawar said, like the Most High Yahushua increases and like you decrease, man. I was talking about that with mom, but a situation heard it like that this morning, man. But she did right. She did the right thing, and honestly too. That's what it is. Like that's why it says to walk in the spirit, not in the flesh, man. Because and don't get twisted. It's not always easy, man. But certain times in certain situations, Most High House increases spiritually. Like the spirit increases, and my will decreases, man. But let's get that Luke 8 and verse 11. It says, now the parable is this, that the seed is the word of Yahweh. So yeah, that's begotten of the word. Like now seed is like we're begotten of the word, man. So that's why I got hearken unto that. Pretty much hearken unto the Father, and that begot these, hearken unto the word, and the Most High Yahweh's will and the Spirit, man. So that's just is what it is too. But also too, that's is let's go John 3:16, man, because it goes show you, of course, that how Yahweh is a begotten, man. And we kind of know what this says, but it's don't hurt nobody get it. John 3:16, for Yahweh loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, so that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. And that's the thing about it too, as well. So he's the only begotten, man. So that's it is. So that's why we got to hearken to him, man, because hearken to life, honestly. That's what didn't say that in the law. Moses said that in the law. The Most High Yahweh, Moses says, listen, this day God give you life and death. Choose life, man. Exactly. Not only is naturally life, exactly, but spiritually life, because the Most High Yahweh is life. But like Jeremiah 8:3, many shall choose death, man. And that goes back to that Proverbs 21, man. Because you could be naturally alive and still be dead, man. Honestly, because everybody has everybody has breath, but not everybody has a breath of life, which is the Most High Yahweh's spirit. So that's just the thing is with that too, like we always kind of talk about on here. But yeah, man, that's what it is. Also too, man, let's get this too. We got hearken unto wise words that the sons and daughters of the Most High Yahweh, the righteous that came before us, man. Because let's get this Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach 44:1. I'm read this in a minute, but let us now praise famous men, our fathers that begot us. Yeah, exactly, man. Because we're children of the prophets, man. That's what it is. That's what Job 8:8 says. Hearken to those that came before you, man. Even on the natural tip, man, our people should need to do that, honestly, man. Those that the elder sister I met this morning, man, always have to pay homage and have respect and tribute to the generation that came before you, man. Honestly, I mean, I get it now, because listen, did the past generation fail this generation? Of course, but it is what it is. Still a certain level of respect too. But then again, even in that aspect too, you can't. It's so much they could have done. They could do, but still at the same time, this is prophecy. All the things that we happen, seeing this generation now, and it's only going to get worse. So it's prophecy. So they even naturally they can't combat prophecy, overstep prophecy, man. Because we wonder why the children are the way they are in these days, man. Now it is not to absolve anybody, because it is bad parenting and where our nation is, whether in the word, out the word. Honestly, just our people as a whole. But still, this is prophecy. All this stuff was written to happen as well too. So it's not absolving them, but certain things listen, this is the will of the Most High Yahweh, man. So and plus it's it is what it is too, and the world's waxing colder and this and that. So yeah, it's not to dissolve them at all, but it's just certain things is what it is. Job 8:8, it says, For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, prepare thyself the search of their fathers. So exactly, man, that's hearkening to the those that came before us, man. That's why we read the words that the men that were very much Peter says that were inspired by this was inspired by the Most High Yahweh, man. These are holy men and the holy people, man. These are sons and daughters of the Most High Yahweh, man. So hearken on to that, because it is too. It's with us, man. It's like sports, right? An example, right? Just it's really the Most High Yahweh's words at the end of the day, but it's it's like us studying film, studying those that came before you, whatever endeavor, man. Because if you're an athlete, man, you're gonna watch if you play football, man, you're gonna watch Jerry Rice, Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, you're gonna watch Brady, John Elway, Dan Marino, Brett Favre, and you go Joe Montana, of course, Steve Young, or just off the top of my head, who else? Peyton Manning, Brady. I think I said him already. You will watch those guys Drew Brees and all those people, or or if you watch say if you play the box, if you're a boxer, gonna watch the Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Floyd, the Sugar Rays, or say if you basketball, gonna watch the Jordan's, Magics, the Larry Birds, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's, Oscar Robertson, Dr. J's, LeBron's, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon, the Kobe's, you gonna watch those guys, those that came before you, man. Honestly, man, you know, that's is what it is, man. But even if you like, you always pretty much studying those that came before you, man. That's the point, man. But yeah, man, but that's just is what it is. Because even with this, man, don't we see how, like, listen, okay, how did Moses please the Most High? How did David do that, man? So it's the same kind of aspect. But yeah, man. But let's grab somewhere else I want to go to. Kind of lost my train of thought with that. But yeah, Hebrews 12:9. So see, let's reread this again, man. Proverbs 23 verse 22. It says, "Hearken unto thy father that begot thee, and despise not thy mother when she is old." So exactly, man. So how much more? Okay, it's not only talking about the natural, but how much more the heavenly Father, man, the Most High House, man. Let's get Hebrews 12:9. We'll close out with that. Hebrews 12:9. It says, "Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us. We gave them reverence. Shall we not be more in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?" So yeah, man. Hopefully this is edifying, man. This is what it is. Yeah, man. Hopefully Most High House shall bless y'all day. So yeah. So yeah. Peace.